Now let's talk about equipment. What are the things you would need in order to successfully create a YouTube video? Let's start by talking about your setup. Where do you go to make your videos? Well, it depends on your particular situation. If you have a room all to yourself with no distractions, no disturbance, then you could use your room and record your videos from your room. If you have a car, you could record in your car. Just find a space, anywhere where you're comfortable recording. For me, I cannot record when there are people around. I'm a very shy person. It's not going to come out great. So I picked a room where I'm going to get less distractions. That's where I picked to record. So find your space, find that place where you can record without distractions. And if it turns out that you do not have any space for now to record, do not let that stop you. Nothing should stop you from starting your YouTube channel, because you could go with a faceless channel at first. At least your voice would be there. If you don't have a space, you still have your voice, right?
Is that my voice? Is that my voice?
So you could use your voice, create a faceless channel, and then until you have a space for recording, probably when you've already monetized your channel and you have some money to rent a space for yourself, then you could go ahead and reveal your face for your subscribers to see. So anyways, don't let the fact that you do not have a space to record stop you from recording. So now that you have your space, how do you make your space presentable? Well, it doesn't take much. For me, what I did, because I didn't have a lot of money to spend on, some furnitures and all the great, decorations and all, I went to YouTube and I looked for DIY decor ideas, and that was how I got the idea for this background design I have here. So what there is, first of all, a crepe material. Behind this decor is a plain concrete wall that's not painted, like a plain wall. I knew I couldn't make my videos with that wall. It's not going to be presentable, because you want your videos to be as presentable as possible, because people would judge your content first of all based on how it looks before they would then want to listen to what you have to say. So try to make your space as presentable as possible. So I got this crepe material, white crepe material. I got the idea from Kelechi Mbemena on YouTube, where she talked about backdrops for your YouTube channel. And then when doing research for room decor, I saw picture collage and pom-poms. So I went to Pinterest, I looked for interesting images that I liked, I printed them out and I pasted them on the crepe material on the wall with a tape. For the pom-poms, I bought some wools, learned how to make pom-poms, added beads, and created this whole pom-pom curtain thing. So I added that to the wall too. So that's how I created my setup. I will definitely improve on this later on when I've started making some money, but this is okay for now. So you could do that. You could just go online and research different DIY decor. This is pretty cheap. I didn't spend a lot to get this. Next is your lighting. If the natural light coming in the place that you decided to use as your setup is great, then go for natural lighting. That's if you don't have money to spend on buying, artificial lights, then go for natural lighting. It's great. The room I am using to record right now, natural lighting is not good at all. It's usually dark, so I had to get an artificial lighting. I got a USB lighting kit from Jumia. It's pretty great for now. It's doing the work. It's lighting my space up. That's what I need for now. So if you don't have natural lighting, you could get yourself an artificial light. It could be a ring light, a USB lighting kit, a softbox, whatever you can get that would help light up your space, then it's good. Now let's talk camera. What I'm using now to record my videos is my Techno phone. Most of the time when they say you can use your phone to record, it's usually an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone, so I just have to make do with my Techno phone. And yeah, the quality is not as good as an iPhone, but it's doing the work for now. I will definitely get a better camera as time goes on. So this camera quality, when I recorded my first video and I saw the results, like, I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't like the way the video was looking and the camera quality and all. But when I started editing, I'm telling you, the secret is in the editing. When I started editing my video, that was when I was now like, okay, this thing is not that bad. When I color graded it and smoothened it a bit so the roughness of my face wouldn't show that much, it was then looking much more beautiful and presentable to the eyes. So don't let the fact that your camera quality is not that good discourage you from creating your videos at first. At least get to the editing stage and try to clean it up. And if it still doesn't work, then maybe your camera quality is bad and cannot be redeemed. Then you have to either
throw it away,
start a faceless channel first, or get yourself a better phone or a better camera. So use your phone if you do not have a camera. If you have a camera, then great, use your camera. Next thing is your audio. When recording your video, your phone is most likely going to be far away from you, so your audio is not really going to come out. What you can do is to get yourself a lapel mic. Where's my mic? Here it is. This is my lapel mic, or any good microphone like a Blue Yeti microphone, any nice microphone. Get yourself a microphone. And if you can't afford a microphone for now, if you have another phone or you have somebody's phone you can borrow when recording your videos, you could just put your actual phone that you're using to record the video where it's supposed to be, far away from you, and then the other phone will be on your lap. You turn on the recorder on that phone, and at the same time when you're recording the video, you'd also be recording that audio. When it's time to edit the video, you then join them together. So that's how you can do it to achieve good audio quality. Now that you have your equipment ready, it's time to start filming your video. So the first tip that I have when it comes to filming or recording your videos is to record in sections. This is something that I also learned from Vanessa Lau. The idea of having to record a 8-minute or 10-minute long video at a stretch can feel really overwhelming, but when you break it down into sections and you record one section first and then the next and so on, it takes away some pressure and makes it less overwhelming. So I really love recording in sections. Now the next one, how do we talk to the camera? It's funny that I'm talking about this because I'm still struggling with this right now. I'm still not comfortable talking with the camera, and the YouTube pros say it's normal. They say it's always going to feel weird talking to the camera at first, but with time it's going to get better. You're going to get much more comfortable. So I hope that happens for me because I am a shy person, and actually I think I'm much more comfortable talking to a camera than I am talking to people. Like if there was a real life human standing in front of me right now, I don't think I would talk as much. I don't think I'll be this comfortable. So I think, yeah, with time I'll really get better. And funny enough, most of the videos I watched about how to talk to a camera, the one tip that they would usually give is pretend like you're talking to a friend or a relative. Not going to work for me, because if I were to pretend like I was talking to a friend or a relative right now, I would not be this comfortable. Like I wouldn't be myself. So I think the best thing is just to pretend like I'm talking to myself or my phone, because my phone is less intimidating than a human being. So here are the tips I have for talking to a camera. The first thing is to get really comfortable, like sit in a comfortable position. In my previous video, I was not sitting in a very comfortable position. Like, I was sitting in a very proper way. You know, my 2 feet were touching the floor, and yeah, I was not totally comfortable in that video. And so in this one, I decided to get much more comfy. So I'm sitting in this yoga pose kind of way. My feet are not touching the floor, they are on the chair. I'm just trying to be as relaxed and comfortable as I can be, so I would feel much more comfortable on camera. So yeah, that's the first tip. First tip, get comfortable. Second tip is to like the way you look. Okay, so put on the clothes that you love, do your hair the way you love to do it, put on some makeup if you can, whatever it is that can help boost your confidence, put it on. Just feel yourself and you'll be a bit much more confident and comfortable talking to the camera. The third tip that I have is to have a kind of pre-recording ritual that can put you in the mood for recording, like put you in a relaxed state. For me, I like to listen to music and move my body a little before recording, because it kind of puts me in that relaxed mood and releases some tension. Unlike when I'll just come and say, okay, it's time to record, and just start recording. You've managed to go through the awkward process of recording your video. Hopefully not awkward for you. Now it's time to ensure that your audience stays engaged throughout the video and doesn't click off. Here's how I do it using CapCut. First of all, I cut out the mistakes and select the clips I want to use since I record in sections. Then I give my video a makeover by color grading and making everything look smooth and polished. Next up, I tidy up the audio using AI caustics to get rid of background noise and make it more professional. Now it's time to add in some B-roll footage. You know, those extra clips that help spice up your video and keep things interesting. I use more of GIFs for my B-rolls and a few videos from Pixels. Once that's done, I sprinkle in some sound effects, which I think makes your videos just come alive. And finally, I top it all off with some music. All of this combined helps make my videos more engaging than they already were. Now, consistency. As new YouTubers, we have to be consistent in order to grow on YouTube. We have to keep showing up so we can build our audience and get the algorithm to favor us. But this is not easy, especially since you're just starting out and still learning a lot of things and getting used to the process. I'm still finding it hard to be as consistent as I want to be, but the good thing is I am learning and my content creation process is getting faster. So how often should you be posting on YouTube in order to grow quickly? Based on research, the number is 2 times per week. But if you're not able to do that, then you go with once per week. So far, I've not been able to achieve any of that, but I'm getting there. Okay, so how can we make the whole process faster, more enjoyable, and prevent burnout? Well, these are some of the things that I have learned so far that have helped me. The first tip is to make use of ChatGPT. Just pretend like ChatGPT is your actual assistant. It helps me a lot in times when I'm confused, when I'm brainstorming, in so many ways. The next tip is to eliminate distractions. I realized that one of the reasons why it takes so long for me to create my videos is because of distractions, both internal and external ones. The internal ones being, the urge to check social media or my thoughts just wandering off in the middle of working. And then the external ones being noise and, people around you constantly needing your attention and so on. There are 2 things I have ended up doing in order to eliminate distractions. One is I wake up around 3 a.m. in the morning when everyone is still asleep so I can work on my content. This is when I'm either scripting or editing. And I really love waking up around this time because it feels like my focus intensifies naturally around this time. So I love it. If you can, give it a try. If you can't, you can try looking for somewhere else to go where you would get less distractions. The second thing I do is I make use of the Pomodoro technique. So this is a technique that people usually use when they are trying to study and, get work done. So it involves breaking your work into intervals, typically 25 minutes of work and then short 5-minute break and then back to 25 minutes of work and so on. So you do it 4 times, and at the 4th time, you can then take a long 30-minute break. I don't really stick to this 25 minutes and 5 minutes. Like, I do mine 30 minutes of work and then short 10 minutes break. During that 30 minutes of work, I try to focus as much as possible. Like, I block all the distracting apps on my phone by turning on focus mode, which came with my phone. So if your phone doesn't have that feature, you can download focus mode on Play Store. So I block the apps and I try to focus. And then when that 30 minutes is done, I take my short break. I either check social media or I watch a movie until time is up and it's back to another 30 minutes of work. So give this a try. I think it makes the process much more enjoyable, and it does for me though. I don't know about you. Another tip I have for the times where you just can't help it, maybe you are sick or you have an important event to attend, or you're just tired and overwhelmed and need to take a little break. For times like that, you could try posting in community posts, just keep your audience updated about what's going on and why you are not able to post. And you could also try sharing some value there until you can post a video again. So you've created your video and you have posted it. Hopefully, YouTube pushes it out to people and you get the right impressions. Impressions on YouTube refer to the amount of time your video thumbnail is shown to people on the platform. So whether it's in search results or the home page or suggested videos. But sometimes your video may not get enough impressions or the right impressions. What I mean by the right impressions is it may not be shown to the people who actually care about your type of content. When this happens, a solution would be to promote your videos. Promote your videos to the right audience, and there are so many ways to do this, either through social media, collaborations, ads, so many ways. What I plan to do is I'm not going to start promoting my videos right away, especially because I'm just starting out and I'm still trying to get used to all of this. But along the line, if I'm not seeing the kind of progress that I want when it comes to impressions, then I would look into promoting my videos. But you have to be sure though that the problem is actually impressions and not that people are not clicking on your videos. Which brings us to the last step in the plan. YouTube analytics are the metrics that show you how well your videos are performing. You'll be able to see how many impressions you got and where they came from, how many people clicked on your videos, how long people watched your videos, and so on. Analytics are important because they would help you know what you should be working on. For example, if your impressions are low, then you try to figure out why and test out different things to solve the problem. Is it because of the keywords you used, or because you've not been uploading consistently, or is it time to start promoting your videos? If you didn't get enough clicks, then you'd know, okay, you need to work on your thumbnails and your titles. You need to improve on them. And if your retention rate is low, then you need to work on making your videos more engaging. So analytics will tell you what to improve on. When I do the video about analytics, I'll talk more about how to read your analytics, the right metrics to look at, and the different ways to make improvements based on the information we got from your analytics. So people, if you need some motivation to keep working on your YouTube channel, go check out my previous video where I talked about why you should start a YouTube channel.